During World War II, the Nazis were creating advanced technology that was ahead of its time. Many of these secret inventions paved the way for the advancement of present-day science and technology. In this video, we'll explore these top-secret Nazi technologies that propelled the Germans far ahead in the war until they were stopped by the Allied forces. Watch this video until the end, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. Mass-produced multi-role helicopter. During World War II, Nazi Germany scientists created some amazing inventions. One of the most interesting was the Focke-Agilus Fa-223 Drache, the world's first mass-produced helicopter. Designed by its namesakes, this helicopter was intended to aid in various tasks, such as transporting soldiers, assisting injured people, and spying on enemies. The Fa-223 Drache was special because of its unique coaxial rotor design, which made it more stable and easier to control than other helicopters of that time. It could perform many different jobs, making it a versatile machine. Even though the Fa-223 Drache had a great design, it wasn't widely used in war. The war ended before the helicopter could prove its capabilities. However, the technology and ideas behind the Fa-223 Drache were crucial. They helped scientists and engineers learn more about helicopters, leading to the modern helicopters we see today. This helicopter played a significant role in aviation history and helped shape the future of helicopter design. Horten Ho 229. In the summer of 1940, Nazi Germany was formidable. They had quickly taken over Poland, Luxembourg, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France. Only Britain stood in their way. To conquer Britain, the Nazis needed to destroy British defenses along the coast. The German Air Force, called the Luftwaffe, began bombing Britain. Despite being outnumbered, the British Royal Air Force, or RAF, fought bravely and won the Battle of Britain by the end of 1940. The Nazis were frustrated by their defeat, but didn't give up. They decided to create new and advanced weapons to win the war. One of these new weapons was the Horten Ho 229, a special jet engine stealth warplane. This airplane was so advanced that it was ahead of its time by many years. Its unique design made it hard to detect by radar, making it very special. The Horten 229 was one of the most secret and innovative projects of the Nazis. Although it wasn't used much during the war, its design changed the future of airplanes and influenced the aerospace industry for many years. Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust was a special weapon made by Nazi Germany during World War II. It was used by soldiers to destroy enemy tanks. The name Panzerfaust means armor fist in German. This weapon was very simple and easy to use, even for regular soldiers. The Panzerfaust looked like a long tube with a big explosive head on one end. To use it, a soldier would hold the tube under their arm, aim, and fire. The explosive head would shoot out of the tube and could blow up a tank. After using it, the soldier would discard the tube as it was a single-use weapon. The first Panzerfaust was made in 1942 and was called the Faustpatron. It was powerful but small. Later, bigger versions were made like the Panzerfaust 30 and the Panzerfaust 60, which had longer tubes and could shoot further. V-2 missile. The V-2 missile was the first large rocket to use liquid fuel and could travel great distances. The Germans called it the A4, but it became known as the V-2, meaning Vengeance Weapon 2. First used in September 1944, the V-2 missile could be launched from mobile platforms. It had a range of about 200 miles and carried a 1-ton warhead. This powerful weapon targeted places in England, France, and Belgium. Despite its danger, the V-2 missile also helped scientists learn much about rockets and space travel. Unfortunately, many people suffered to make these rockets. Over 10,000 concentration camp workers died while building the V-2 missiles. After the war, both the United States and the Soviet Union captured some of these rockets. They used the technology to develop their own large rockets, which eventually led to the rockets used today for space travel. The V-1 flying bomb. The V-1 flying bomb, also known as buzz bomb or doodlebug, was a terrifying weapon used by Nazi Germany during World War II. It was called a revenge weapon because Hitler wanted to use it to scare the British people and demoralize them after the Allies bombed German cities. The V-1 flying bomb made a buzzing noise as it flew, which terrified people. When it ran out of fuel, it would fall and explode, causing much damage. Many British civilians were hurt or killed by these bombs. There were also other victims of the V-1 bombs, tens of thousands of people who were forced to work in terrible conditions in the Mittelbau Dora concentration camp, had to build the tunnels where these bombs were made. Many of these workers lost their lives. Enigma. The Enigma was a special machine used by Nazi Germany during World War II to send secret messages. It helped their military keep important information hidden from their enemies. Breaking the Enigma code was difficult because the machine could be set differently. The operator would set the machine's wheels and plug board to different positions daily, making it hard for anyone to figure out the code without knowing the exact settings. The Enigma machine worked like a typewriter. When someone pressed a key, an electrical signal went through a series of rotating wheels and a plug board, which scrambled the message into a secret code. The coded message could be turned back into the original text with the right settings. The Enigma code was first broken by Polish mathematicians led by Marian Rejewski in the early 1930s. In 1939, when it seemed likely that Germany would invade Poland, the Poles shared their secret with the British. The British then created a special group called Ultra, led by mathematician Alan Turing, to continue breaking the Enigma codes. The Germans also shared the Enigma machine with the Japanese, so breaking the code helped the Allies win battles in Europe and the Pacific during World War II. Messerschmitt Me 262. The Messerschmitt Me 262, also known as the Schwabel, German for swallow, was a special airplane used by Nazi Germany in World War II. It was the world's first jet-powered fighter plane and played a significant role in changing air combat. Development of the Me 262 started before the war in April 1939, when German engineers saw the potential of using jet engines for aircraft. They wanted a plane that could fly quickly and for a long time. The first test flight with a piston engine was in April 1941, but the jet-powered flight didn't happen until July 1942 due to many technical problems. The Me 262 was faster and more heavily armed than any Allied fighter at that time. It was used by the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, and starting in mid-1944. The plane faced challenges like fuel shortages and reliability issues with its engines, which affected its combat readiness. After the war, some Me 262 planes were used by other countries like Czechoslovakia until 1951. The technology of the Me 262 influenced many future aircraft designs around the world. Uboat. U-boat, short for undersea boat, was a type of submarine used by Germany. These submarines played a major role in the World War I and World War II by attacking enemy ships. German U-boats were famous for their ability to navigate underwater and surprise Allied ships secretly. During World War II, they were particularly effective in the Battle of the Atlantic, where they targeted supply convoys from the United States heading to Britain. This journey was dangerous for Allied ships, as many were sunk by U-boats and other German raiders. The U-boats used torpedoes to attack ships, which were powerful underwater missiles. They operated silently under the sea, making them hard to detect and defend against. Their attacks caused significant damage to Allied shipping lines, impacting the war effort. STG-44. The STG-44 was a particular type of rifle used by Germany during World War II. It was designed by Hugo Schmeisser and is sometimes also called the MP-44 or MP-43. This rifle was different from other guns because it used a new kind of cartridge. called the 7.92 by 33mm Kurz. This cartridge was smaller than regular rifle bullets but bigger than pistol bullets. It allowed the STG-44 to shoot quickly and accurately at medium distances, like 300 meters, which was perfect for most battles. The STG-44 was helpful on the battlefield, especially on the Eastern Front against the Soviet Union. It could shoot many bullets quickly, giving German soldiers an advantage over their enemies. After the war, the STG-44 influenced the design of many modern assault rifles used by armies worldwide. Its development marked an essential step in how rifles were made and used in combat. Die Glocke. Die Glocke, which means the bell in German, is a mysterious device from World War II that some people say Nazi scientists created. A Polish author named Igor Witkowski first discussed it in 2000. Later, a military journalist named Nick Cook wrote about it in English. According to these stories, Die Glocke was shaped like a bell, about 4 meters tall and 3 meters wide. It supposedly had 2 spinning cylinders filled with a highly radioactive, strange purple liquid. Some say this liquid could make the device do special things, like fly or travel through time. However, many experts think these stories are not true. They say there's no real evidence that Die Glocke existed. Instead, they believe it's a made-up tale or an exaggeration of old rumors. Some think it's part of stories about Nazi technology that became popular after the war. We hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.